Bates is going to jump center against Lacey. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Crusaders basketball.
Well, we all knew that Milo Shupita was going to win that tip, but I think he was just trying to win it so much where he just had a little too much strength, a little too much mustard there with the left hand.
Now Baker's going to throw it in bounds, and he gets it in play to Halloran, who's guarded by Jameer Young. Jameer's sporting some new kicks here tonight. Pink, and it looks like ocean blue, the colors, primarily pink. Out top of the ball now is Baker. He'll give it up on the left side. Now it goes to the corner, McCoy. He's their leading scorer coming in. Straightaway three ball knocked down by Nate Davis, the Quinnipiac transfer, and they're going to shoot a lot of threes. They make a high percentage so far and have a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, they're going to shoot a lot. They're going to make a lot. And again, active hands on the Charlotte 49ers closeout. You have to get up there, hands straight up, active feet as well. And again, it looks like there's a little zone press right now coming from Belmont Abbey.
Now out top of the ball on the left side is going to be Shepard. Shot clock at 10. They work it over to Young. Now to Bryce Williams on the baseline. He drives baseline. Floating shot is up and no good. The rebound in the hands of Chandler Baker. And now pushing it is Halloran. He finds McCoy, left corner. Jameer jumping out on him, and McCoy is going to be called for a walk.
Again, the Niners, they need to come out of the gate red hot, or not even red hot. They need to come out with a lot of energy as well, kind of like if they're playing Western Kentucky. They've been known to play down to their opponents at the Charlotte 49ers. Today, they need to be able to play to the best of their ability just to go ahead and get out to that large lead.
Now Young has it right of the key. Looks like right now Belmont Abbey's in a zone. Now to the right side, Jameer Young goes baseline, drives, goes left hand, and he lays it in. First bucket for the Niners, and it's now 3-2 Abbey.
Yeah, and Matt, we know very well that Jameer Young's normally used to finishing above 6'10" and 7-foot guys. He should be able to do that against about 6'3" and 6'5" guys here tonight.
Halloran out top, the junior from Orlando. Here's an offensive foul called away from the ball. It's going to be on Nate Davis, trying to set a screen down low. That's his first, team's first. Niners get the ball back down 3-2 early.
And we know Jerry Matos, this is a guy who's definitely used to hearing the whistle called for him as well. Averages about 3 fouls per game. He looked around and go, there's no way that was being called on me. Would love to see him get some big minutes here tonight.
Now Jameer on the right side, dribbles out top. He'll get it to Shepard. Now to Bryce Williams. Bryce in the corner, skips it across the floor. Knocked out of bounds. Is going to stay with the Niners as L.J. McCoy knocked that cross-court pass away out of bounds. And now Bryce going to come out of the game. Jackson Threadgill is going to come in.
Yeah, and it looks like I believe Ron Sanchez was just irritated right there with Bryce Williams on that skip pass. I mean, he threw it right over the lane. There's going to be a lot of active hands if you're Belmont Abbey in black.
Matos driving, shot partially blocked, I believe. Ends up in the hands of Halloran. He'll bring it up the floor now for the Crusaders. Goes around his back a couple of times, gives it up and gets it right back now. Behind the arc, right of the key. He's being guarded by Matos. Matos has a size advantage on that matchup. Now out top it goes to Baker, guarded by Threadgill. Back to Halloran. Halloran on the right side. Now he splits a double team, gets down the lane, attacks the basket, misses the shot. Rebound is fought for, picked up by Belmont Abbey, but missed the shot as Lacey under the basket. The Niners get the rebound.
And Halloran, man, this guy, he's a straight baller. I was watching him before. This guy is absolutely wet. You need to guard him as soon as he gets into the gym.
Shepard takes it right to the rack, goes left hand off the glass. Niners have their first lead now, 4-3.
Yeah, good take right there from George Shepard. Again, there's going to be a lot of physical ability that he's going to have over Halloran. He used it right there.
Baker knocking down a triple. And now it's a 6-4 ball game as a couple of threes has put Belmont Abbey on top. We've played 3 minutes.
Yeah, 0 through 30 seconds on that shot clock. The Niners need to be ready on the defensive end.
Jameer tried to answer, missed the left side three. Here comes McCoy. McCoy in the front court, gives it up. Now to the right side it goes to Halloran. Halloran holding on to it, now puts the ball on the deck and dribbles out. He'll skip it left over to Davis. Now back to Halloran on the right side. He'll launch a deep three. No good this time. Rebound of the Niners, Jordan Shepard. Charlotte going left to right here in the first half. Matos out top with it. We played 3.5 minutes. Niners trail 6-4. Now Matos goes right. Looks left, finds Shepard, now to Jameer. Jameer Young, dribble drive, gets the defense to leave their feet, and he's going to be fouled near the left block, and that's going to send Jameer Young to the free throw line with 16:20 to go in the first half, and a chance to tie this game with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, with this 3-2 zone that Belmont Abbey College, the Crusaders are throwing at the Charlotte 49ers, they're just begging them to shoot that three-point shot. Again, early in the ball game, it's good to get that confidence up. A couple pump fakes. I love what you're seeing right now by the Niners, and especially Jameer Young. The pump fake, driving baseline, able to get to the free throw line or get an easy bucket off the glass.
And he makes the first shot to make it a one-point game, and now Belmont Abbey bringing a couple of subs in the game, coming in Quest Aldridge and also checking in Charles Solomon. One more free throw now for Jameer Young. He'll bend his knees and let it go. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Belmont Abbey. So 6'5" Crusaders. And Aldridge will bring the ball up the floor. He's a 6'4" sophomore from Winston-Salem. They work it to McCoy on the right side. Now back to Aldridge out top. And a whistle inside. Again, an offensive foul is going to be called on the Crusaders. This one's on Charles Solomon. Both their fouls have been away from the ball, inside on moving screens.
Yeah, they got about 7 guys that can really score the basketball. Again, right now the sophomore from Winston-Salem is Quest Eldridge, and again, Charles Solomon as well. 2 sophomores that had really good years last year as well. Started about 10 to 15 games in their 31 games that they played with 21 wins.
Shupitza attacked the basket, missed the shot, got his own rebound. Out to Threadgill for 3. That's no good. Milos the rebound again down low. Left block, puts it on the deck, and he travels. Trying to get away from a double team. He is called for a walk, and the Niners will give the ball back over to Belmont Abbey. That's going to take us to a timeout. 15:48 to go. First half, game just underway, and Belmont Abbey with the early lead, 6-5 here at Halton Arena. This is Charlotte basketball from Lairfield IMG College.
Inch of space, they're going to end up jacking up that three-point shot.
Abbey with it in the front court. McCoy goes left. Now a 3 knocked down. Chandler Banker makes his second triple, and it's now 9-5 Belmont Abbey.
There we go. We just preached it to the choir right there. And as Shupitza wide open down low, Bryce Williams not looking for him. They need to look for Shupitza. That doesn't mean they have to finish at the rim, but they need to be able to get it to him to open up that three-point shot to the Charlotte 49ers.
Jameer out top, now to Threadgill, 10 to shoot, back to Jameer. Goes to the right side in the corner, a 3 by Shepard off the rim, no good. On the rebound, Shupitza's over the back. That was a great box out right there by Charles Solomon. He was moving Milos away from the basket, which is what he's supposed to do, and he caused Milos to try and jump over him. And now coming in for Milos is Anzac Rossetto.
Yeah, that was his first foul. He does have 3 rebounds, does Milo Shupica. But, again, Anzac Rossetto coming in, a very physical guy. He's going to use his fouls up. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to go against a guy who's defending right now who's a few inches shorter than him.
Did a great job in the second game against Western Kentucky last weekend.
Correct.
Niners down right now 4. Aldridge out top, working on Jameer Young. He'll give it up. This is Davis back to Aldridge. He'll drive, get low, shot partially blocked, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Niner ball. Anzac Rossetto got fingers on that ball, but it goes out of bounds off one of the Abbey players. And now coming in for Belmont Abbey is going to be Emmanuel Hernandez, a junior out of Puerto Rico, a 6'6" junior. Niners trail by 4. They break the little full court press, get it across the timeline. Shepard on the left now skips it over to Jameer Young. Now to Threadgill. Back out top to Jameer. In the corner, Shepard. Couple of dribbles, bounce pass to the free throw line. Bryce Williams, he'll pull up, comes up short. Rebound in the hands of the Crusaders. That time it's Chandler Baker clearing it away.
Again, with this zone, you have to be able to get that touch inside the paint, right at the Conference USA free throw line. And that's not even just to score in the paint. You have to be able to do that to be able to score on the perimeter as well to open yourself up. The Niners not doing a good job at all. They're just passing the ball around the perimeter, playing right into Belmont Abbey.
Here's a steal, though, by Shepard. He took it away from McCoy. He'll find Jameer down the floor. Layup is good. Left hand off the glass. Beautiful fast break for the Niners. And it's now 9-7 Belmont Abbey.
Yeah, defense leading into offense. Again, we're going to see this a lot in the second half as well for the Charlotte 49ers. As, Jordan Shepard almost gets his second steal.
Now Bryce Williams does pick up the ball. And Jordan firing this one for Young. This will be knocked out of bounds by Hernandez. It'll stay with the 49ers at 28 on the shot clock. 13:36 on the game clock. The Niners down 9-7. Halloran back in the game now, and also checking in Tyler Wilson, a 6'5" senior out of Raleigh. And now Kayla Byrd coming in for the first time for the Niners, replacing Jameer Young.
Again, you love to see these games where the Niners and Ron Sanchez are able to use guys they may not see too often. Again, Kayla Byrd, hopefully going to see a decent amount of Jared Garcia as well.
Bryce Williams on the left gives it back to Shepard out top. High post now for Rossetto. Gets it to Shepard. He'll drive right. And on the drive, there was some contact and a foul. It is going to be on Quest Aldridge of Belmont Abbey, his third. 20 on the shot clock. The Niners under the basket, throw it in bounds. They get it to Threadgill. Jackson Threadgill on the right. Now to Shepard out top. Shep keeps the bounce, now gives it over to Threadgill, over to Bryce Williams, right side three ball, good! Bryce Williams with a three. The Niners have the lead now, 10-9.
Yeah, the man was there, but the hands weren't, so hand down, man down for Bryce Williams. Again, one of the top shooters on the team for the Charlotte 49ers, but almost lost his man there on the defense end.
Bryce shooting 40% from three coming in, and now stepping on the sideline, turning it over is Tyler Wilson. Niners get it back. Again, they're averaging 21 turnovers a game, Belmont Abbey. That was an unforced turnover right there. Matos back in the game now, replacing Threadgill for the 49ers.
And again, the Charlotte 49ers, they're probably turning the ball over more than they want to, more than they're liking, and they're 12.6. Imagine it being 21 turnovers per game.
Now Byrd gives it to Matos. He'll skip it across the floor to Shepard on the left side. Now to Bryce at the free throw line. Back to Matos. Here's a three, and he knocked it down. Jerry Matos hit his first three. And now the Niners have a 13-9 advantage.
Again, open up that three-point shot by penetrating that 3-2 zone by Belmont Abbey College. Get it to the free throw line. Beautiful pass there to the outside. That was a nice corner ball shot there for Matos.
Approaching the 12-minute mark right now. With the ball is Solomon in the paint. Loses the basketball. Here come the Niners. Matos running out to the glass. Missed the shot for the foul. He took it right to the basket, but he was fouled. And it's going to be on Emmanuel Hernandez, his first, team's fourth, and a couple of free throws for Jerry Matos.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Shepard and Matos, whenever you get out on the open floor, I'm going right to the rack every single time, just like they just did. But again, Jameer Young as well. I love the pump fake, getting to that free throw line, able to penetrate, drive baseline, get some open shots.
First one for Matos is no good. Chick-fil-A Charlotte's going to donate 10 meals per assist the entire season. Donations will be made to the Jamil Niner Pantry, which provides food assistance to UNC Charlotte students. And now one more free throw for the graduate senior, and he missed it, but Rossetto gets the rebound, goes back strong, and he's fouled. Fouled from behind by Mario Lacey Jr. And now Anzac Rossetto is going to go to the free throw line, where he's 4 for 10 so far in the season.
And Matt, we've seen the Charlotte 49ers do so well on these offensive rebounds and free throws, haven't we? I think it's probably been about 4 or 5 times that we've seen a Charlotte 49er bring down a free throw offensive rebound. Again, those are the second chance points that you're not supposed to get. Again, offensive rebounds are going to happen, but again, on these free throw attempts, normally you're not supposed to give that up. You're not supposed to get that. They've been getting that an awful lot.
Anzac misses the first one. The Niners have now missed 3 consecutive free throws. And now Anzac does make the second one to make it 14-9. The Niners on top by 5, their biggest lead here in the first half. Halloran in the backcourt being checked by Kayla Byrd. He'll bring it across the half-court line. Goes right now to Aldridge. Out top it goes. This is Wilson. He's guarded by Matos. Now they switch and switch back. Matos still on Wilson. Out top, here's Davis for a deep 3, no good. On the rebound, Jerry Matos, the baseline, was able to box out Wilson and get that loose ball on the floor, the rebound. Matos picks his dribble up, skips it to Byrd. Left side, he'll drive baseline, offensive foul as he put his shoulder into the defender. And a foul, the first one on Kayla Byrd.
There's a timeout on the floor.
11:36 to play in the first half. The Niners have a 5-point lead. We've got our second immediate timeout of the ball game. Niners up 5. We're back in a moment. This is Charlotte basketball from Learfield. Time, a 6'4" freshman out of Marietta, Georgia. He'll see his first action today. And now Halloran across the timeline for the Crusaders, guarded by Jameer Young, who's back in the game. So Kayla Byrd had about 2 minutes on the floor that first time around. Now Halloran goes baseline. Floating shot is no good. On the rebound, it's going to be Jameer Young. Jameer able to get back after Halloran initially went around him. Now Threadgill, left side, gets low, throws it back out. This is Jameer Young. Out high it goes to Rossetto. One dribble and a handoff to Matos, over to Bryce Williams. Bryce on the right side. Throws it back out to reset. Now 12 to shoot. Jackson Threadgill, left side, dribbles out top. Goes back to the left to Young, inside to Rossetto. 5 seconds, he'll drive. Floating little baby hook is no good. He got deep in the paint, couldn't finish with a right-handed hook. Now Halloran up the floor. He's going to leave it for Davies. Davies goes to the baseline, under the basket, scores, and he's fouled by Rossetto. So count the basket. The basket's actually by Tyler Wilson. Davies had given up the ball to Wilson. Wilson scored, and Rossetto with the foul. His first, team's third. Now a free throw coming for Tyler Wilson.
Yeah, the Niners were kind of in a hole right there. Jameer Young, whenever he was going on his closeout, didn't cut off the baseline, allowed a wide open baseline drive right there for big number 20, the senior from Raleigh, and Tyler Wilson. And again, Anzac just getting up and kind of going with a little rooftop block you see in volleyball, and he did it here in basketball. And not the exact same result that you're going to get whenever you get a block in volleyball.
Wilson makes the foul shot, so a 3-point play makes it a 2-point game. Charlotte 14, Belmont Abbey 12. Shepard's back in the game now for the Niners. Also, Shupitza is back on the floor as well. Niners break a little backcourt pressure. Jameer Young on the left side. He's guarded by McCoy over there. Out to Shupitza. One dribble and a handoff to Shepard. Now back to the right. Matos, he's open, takes a three and makes it. That's his second made triple here in the first half. The Niners up 17-12.
Yeah, coming off a 10-point game where he was very aggressive. He went 5 for 8 from the field. Again, they were all 2-point shots for him. Again, he would open up that 2-point shot to open up the 3-point shot here in Halton Arena in the next ball game.
Halloran draws a double team, now throws it across the floor. Saved by Threadgill as he knocked the ball away. Able to save it, and the Niners have the basketball. Now Jameer Young in the front court, gets it to Shepard out top. Shupitza was trying to post up. He was open. They didn't see him inside. Now to Threadgill. Back to Shepard. He'll drive, go right, get low. Floating shot off the glass is good. With 9:37 to play here in the first half, the Niners have a 19-12 lead over Belmont Abbey.
Yeah, Matt, those dribble drives are going to be open all day for Jordan Shepard if he's there to take them.
Davis in the lane, can't score. His follow-away shot is no good off the iron. Niners have the basketball. Young now left the key, gives it to Matos inside. He finds Shupitza, who was under the bucket. He had posted up. He had gotten low under the basket with the mismatch with McCoy on him, and McCoy fouled him from behind.
Yeah, it looked like McCoy almost fouled him before he even got the basketball to him, Matt, as Shupitza was sitting there, and he stuck his hand in the cookie jar, and he came up with a lot of hand, a lot of wrist, and, of course, a little bit of the basketball as well. But, again, the Niners, those early touch points into the paint, opening up, spreading open the offense on the perimeter. That's why you're seeing Jerry Matos being so successful right now from long range.
Milos hits the first foul shot. He's been very, very good at the free throw line now, 19 of 22 this season. So over 86% free throws made by Milos so far this season.
Yeah, well, the #1 free throw shooter on the team, and Sanchez, he joked with us saying, hey guys, if the guards don't get better at shooting free throws, if there's a technical, I'm sending Milos to the line.
Made them both now 21-12. Biggest lead for the Niners here in the first half. Still 9:11 to go in the opening half here at Halton Arena. Now getting low on Milos was Solomon, but he couldn't finish. Milos kind of held his ground, and Solomon came up short on that little short one at the block. Ball went out of bounds. It stays with Belmont Abbey.
Yeah, perfect defense right there for Milos Shupitza. I mean, going straight up again, not coming over, not doing that rooftop block, going straight up with his hands. Looked perfect right there. And again, and he showed it right there on the execution end.
Davies and a walk now as they got the ball to Solomon on the right side, right of the lane. He shuffled his feet when the defense ran out on him after Davies had found him about 10, 12 feet from the basket. Niners get the ball back on the turnover, another unforced turnover. And the Niners bring it up the left side. Threadgill picks his dribble up, skips it down low to Milos, who was there, shot blocked from behind, but a foul. As Nate Davis from behind swatted that one away. Milos went up for the dunk, but he got a lot of Milos's hand and arm. So now 2 more free throws for Shupitza.
And Matt, you've seen with Belmont Abbey College the way that their turnovers, already with 9 turnovers. Again, we're going to keep reiterating it. They average 21 turnovers per game, but 9 already. But still with 8:47 to go, and they're all just, I mean,
at least 4 or 5 are unforced.
Exactly, they're all unforced. That was the word I was looking for. Thanks for jumping in right there. Yeah, just totally unforced errors. I mean, just stepping on the baseline right here. Just stupid stuff that they're just an attention to detail. I think that's the #1 thing for them.
Shupitza made the first one, but missed the second foul shot. The Niners have a 10-point lead, 22-12. Now McCoy on the left. McCoy hasn't scored yet tonight. He averages 15 a game, tops of the team so far. He's been held scoreless. He'll give it to Davies. He drives, shots up and off the rim and no good, but a foul on Jordan Shepard. The Niners point guard picks up his first personal foul. That's now 4 on the team. As Rossetto is going to go to the scorer's table and come back in after this first free throw. Prince Davies has not attempted a foul shot yet this season. In fact, he's not scored yet after 2 games plus. First shot is up, and it is good. It bounced around the rim, but it falls through. The freshman from Marietta, Georgia, gets his first point as a Belmont Abbey Crusader.
How about that name, Matt? Prince Davies. What a name. There's no way I wouldn't average at least 3 points a game if my name was not Prince. That's just Prince Wilt. I could go for that.
You can always change it.
I could, man. Meta World Peace. You can do whatever the heck you want. Prince Wilt. Get used to it, guys.
Second free throw is no good. Niners the rebound. Now to Matos. He's open for 3. No good. That was right on target, too. Hit the front of the iron. Here comes Aldridge. He'll give it to Tucker. Tucker just came in the game. Malik Tucker, who has not played before now here today. Tucker has it on the right side. To McCoy, right side 3. Good. His first bucket tonight. Again, he averages 15 a game. That's his 4th made 3-pointer this season. It's now 22-16 with 7:52 to go.
Yeah, and Shep just got there a tad bit, just a hair too late, and you see the result.
Down to Shepard. Over to Young. Matos down low to Rossetto. Back out to Matos. 3 ball, no good. And the rebound to Belmont Abbey. McCoy, he'll give it to Davies. Prince Davies back to McCoy. Over to Aldridge, left of the key, working on Matos. He'll drive, leave it under the bucket for Solomon. Shot up and in. That was a good possession right there by the Crusaders. They shared the ball and got the shot at the right block by Solomon.
Yeah, wonderful ball movement right there. Again, they had a couple headzies as well. And they get a turnover on the other end.
Yeah, Solomon intercepts a pass on the far side of the floor. 7:09 to play here in the first half. McCoy for 3 again. He buries it. Another 3. And right now an 8-0 run. And a timeout called by the 49ers. That's going to be a 30 stretch to a full. So 22-21 right now. 7:05. Fixins and team for $19.99. It's bow time. Out of the timeout, Niner basketball. It's a 9-0 run for Belmont Abbey. The Charlotte lead cut from 10 to 1, 22-21. Under 7 minutes to go in this first half. Bryce Williams back in the game. He'll find Jameer Young, who dribbles out top, gets it to Shepard. Shep on the left side, couple of dribbles, gives it to Threadgill. Shot clock at 6. Shepard gets it back, 4 to shoot. Shep's going to drive. There's a whistle on the drive and a foul called on Chandler Baker, the freshman from Woodstock, Georgia. That's going to be his first. And the team's 9th, it'll be a 1-1. So Shepard stepping in line for a 1 in the bonus.
Yeah, again, they love, of course, to create turnovers, do Belmont Abbey, but again, they turn the ball over a lot, and they also foul a whole heck of a lot as well. Again, Jordan Shepard and Jameer Young, those guys, they need to be able to take that dribble drive, take that one-on-one that they're going to get. Again, I know it is a 3-2 zone, but it does get to a one-on-one at some point throughout the zone where you're able to jump in, and they need to be able to draw a little bit more contact.
First shot for Shep is good. Here comes the second. That's also perfect. So they end the 9-0 Belmont Abbey run with a couple of free throws by Jordan Shepard. 24-21, 6.5 to go until halftime. Here's a turnover by Belmont Abbey. Aldridge came across the timeline, and as he dribbled, he caught the ball kind of stuck on his hip. And then he went down again with the bounce, so he did that, he turned it over.
Yeah, and I think he's looking at the ref, and the ref's going, you can't just hold the ball on your hip the entire time and expect me not to call that one right there for you, big boy.
It was a good half second stuck on his hip. Now Jameer Young, he'll get a screen from Rossetto, give it back to Anzac, who gets low, and he ends up blocked. A block by Belmont Abbey's Malik Tucker. Here comes Aldridge, who picks his dribble up at the three-point line. He'll give it to Solomon, working on Rossetto, driving on him, pass knocked away. Bryce Williams goes after it, but it's in the hands of Aldridge, whose pass is knocked away by Bryce Williams. Active hands inside defensively by the 49ers, and Bryce Williams knocking that pass intended for the middle of the lane out of bounds.
Yeah, it almost looks like just desperation right now, desperation defense for the Charlotte 49ers, and also in their attitude as well. Again, you see a lot of the heads down. No one's really cheery right now on the defensive end for the Charlotte 49ers. I know they probably expect to be up by a few more right now, but again, Belmont Abbey, you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. We've seen that already whenever they've knocked down already, 5 threes or 5 for 7 from long range.
Aldridge out top, 6 on the shot clock, trying to work open. They'll get in the corner, and open 3 on the way, and it's good. Another made 3 by Chandler Baker. The shot clock was running down, but they did not panic, and Baker was wide open for the corner 3. So it's 24-24, 5.5 to play in this first half. You got to tip your cap right now to Belmont Abbey. They've come to play here tonight. Here's a drive by Jameer Young. Scoop shot is good. He drew the defense to him, then went left hand, up and under, off the glass. It's now 26-24 Charlotte.
Again, Jameer Young's been doing this all season long. A big step for him is that dribble drive penetration. He needs to continue to do that, get those easy and those high percentage shots. If not, he's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line.
McCoy draws the double team. Pass inside, tip knocked away. Hustling after it, Solomon and Rossetto. Rossetto comes away with the ball, and a foul is going to be called on Belmont Abbey. It is on Charles Solomon over the back of Rossetto. That's going to be team foul number 10 and send Anzac Rossetto to the free throw line for a couple of shots.
Yeah, you love the hustle by the Niners on the defensive end. You've seen that twice by Bryce Williams, almost getting back-to-back turnovers on 2 possessions ago. And then Anzac Rossetto getting dirty right there as well. Love to see that if you're Ron Sanchez, still showing the fight. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
When you need something these days, you go online and hunt for the best. When it comes to finding the best health care, the choice is clear. Atrium Health, the only health system in the region nationally ranked by U.S. News and World Report. Learn more at atriumhealth.org/best. First foul shot by Rossetto is good. And now back in the game is going to be Sean Halloran, one of the starters for the Crusaders. He's their point guard. Rossetto's second shot, bouncing around and drops through. He made them both. Now the 49ers have a 4-point lead again, 28-24. And Shupitza checks back in. Also Matos coming in. Rossetto and Threadgill go out. And it's going to be Belmont Abbey basketball. Tucker's going to throw it in bounds. Niners defending full court man-to-man. Halloran brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass out top to Tucker. Back to Halloran. He'll dribble out, get to the elbow, drive the lane. Shot blocked by Shupitza under the basket in the hands of Bryce Williams. Now the Niners want to run up ahead to Jameer Young. Jameer goes to the baseline, stops, and throws it back outside. Williams with 19 to shoot. Now to Shupitza out top. Guarded by McCoy. Couple of dribbles and a handoff to Jordan Shepard. Now 12 to shoot. Milo's posting up. They'll get it to him low on the left. Skips it across to Young. He's open. 3-ball on the way. Good. It rattled the rim and it went through. Another big first half for Jameer Young. The Niners on a run of their own. 7-0 run. 31-24 Charlotte.
Yeah, wonderful court vision right there from Milo Shupitsa as he had the ball in the low block and ended up finding it. And it was zip that pass. They're about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball over Jameer Young.
4 minutes to play until halftime. And there's a whistle inside and a foul on the 49ers. And it's going to be on Milos Shupitsa, and that's his second.
There's a timeout on the floor.
5 on the team, and that's going to take us to the end of 4 immediate timeout. 3:58 left to go in the first half. And right now a 7-0 run for the Niners. Out of their own basket. Has to hurry now, gets it to McCoy. McCoy gets it out top to Halloran. Now to the right side. Baker with it. Goes to the corner, throws it back out. Shot clock at 12. Back over to Halloran. Guarded by Jameer Young. He'll back it out, 8 to shoot. Niners up 7 right now. In the right corner it goes. Here's a 3-ball on the way and another made 3. This one by Malik Tucker. His first triple today. They just keep knocking down those threes. It's now 31-27.
Yeah, they found that loophole in the Charlotte 49ers defense, and it looks like it's been that corner ball, that corner pocket over there right beside the Charlotte 49er bench.
Jameer passed an open 3, and now Shepard goes baseline. Tried the bounce pass under the basket. He bounced it off the end line. It'll be a Niner turnover. So at 3:22 to play in the half. Back in the game now is going to be Nate Davis for the Crusaders. He throws it in bounds. Replaces Tucker, who just made that 3. So it's a 4-point game, 2-possession game at the moment. Halloran with the ball out top, goes right, throws it back to Davis. He'll go left, give it to McCoy. McCoy to the free throw line, drives, floating shot is up, off the iron, no good. Rebound to Matos. Niners have it going left to right. Now to Bryce Williams, back to Matos, and he throws it right at the head coach of Belmont, Abbey. Dan Fickey doing a nice job to jump back out of the way of that one. He was looking for Jameer Young, but Jameer wasn't within 5 feet of that ball.
Exactly. As Jerry Montos, he was looking going, I don't know exactly what I saw, but he saw one white jersey. But again, the Niners, they haven't really seen a zone press or just any type half-court defense zone that the Crusaders are tossing after them. So if I'm them, as soon as I get the ball, I'm going to get it and go. There's a travel right there.
Halloran kind of almost stepped on his own foot. And when he was falling down, he's lucky he didn't hurt his right ankle. He turned his ankle a little bit, ends up traveling. Now Jordan Shepard's going to throw it in bounds, get it to Jameer Young in the backcourt. Back to Shep. He'll bring it up ahead. Now to Bryce Williams in the front court. He's double team on the sideline. Finds Jameer Young. He's open. 3-ball. Around and out. No good. Rebound tip to Matos, and he scores. Rossetto kept it alive. Tipping it, and Jerry Matos scores. Niners up 33-27.
Yeah, might as well give that bucket there right there to Anzac Rossetto. Again, active hands on the offensive end. The Niners really not too many offensive boards in this ball game, and that's actually their 4th already here in the first half.
Halloran on the right side will back it back out. 12 to shoot, 2:14 to play until halftime. Here's a left side 3 by Baker. This one is short, but the rebound in the hands of Hernandez. He'll drive, altered shot, goes out of bounds off of Belmont Abbey. It'll be Charlotte ball. Bryce Williams running out that time on the shooter, and he altered the shot.
Yeah, it's so tough right now if you're the Niners on the defense again. Because, again, with that pack line defense, you want to be able to guard your yard as well. You want to have high-intensity pressure on the ball, and you want to have good help defense fill the gaps. Well, filling the gaps right now against the Crusaders is leaving a three-point shooter open.
Matos throws it outside. This is Jameer Young out top. Now to Bryce Williams, left elbow. Bryce puts it on the deck, spins, gets low, tough shot, up no good, but a foul. It's going to be on the Crusaders, and it's going to be on L.J. McCoy. That's his second. And now 2 free throws coming for Bryce Williams with 1:45 to play in the half. The Niners up 33-27.
Yeah, such good communication on the defensive end for the Crusaders in black. Again, they're showing their ability to, I know that they don't have the size down low, but they're even doing this without even double teaming as well. Just a lot of really good communication, a lot of really good positioning as well for the guys down low. Manuel Hernandez, he's doing a really good job against Milo Shupica and Anzac Rossetto.
Now Bryce Williams in the line. He'll take the second one after making the first one. He makes them both.
And free throws this year for the Charlotte 49ers have not seemed so charitable and so free this year, as only shooting as a team 71.8% coming into today, and they're allowing their opponents to shoot 83% from the free throw line.
Halloran walked again. I was going to say he's going to get away with a walk, but the late whistle, he does walk with 1:30 left to go. Niners up 8. They'll get the ball back. It's 35-27, and Jameer Young's going to throw it in bounds.
Yeah, I still like the way that Halloran plays basketball. Of course, he's just going to get it and go, but again, just very methodical with the basketball, high-intensity type guy as well. Don't say it too often together, but the head coach over there, Dan Fickey, he just said, hey, slow down, Halloran, slow down for me.
Rossetto inside, throws it out to Shepard. Here's a 3-ball, got it! Jordan Shepard knocking down the 3. It's now an 11-point lead, the Niners' biggest lead of the first half, 38-27.
Again, penetrating that zone right there, kicking it out.
Halloran a 3, no good. Rebound Shepard. He'll run out. Shepard into the front court, lobbing it. Bryce Williams throwing it down. The alley-oop to Williams, a two-handed catch and slam. And the Niners have a 13-point lead. A timeout called by Belmont Abbey, 51.7. Bryce Williams has 7 points. Niners have the biggest lead of 13. And now back in the game is Quest Aldridge. Aldridge goes left, now goes into the corner to Davis. Now back to Aldridge. She'll get it down low. Solomon shot no good. Rebound, Niners. As Young has it, he'll bring it ahead. 26 to shoot. Jameer driving, getting low. He's fouled. He went into traffic, heavy traffic, had a little bit of a seam, and he's so quick to break that double team on the right side of the lane that he got low before he got fouled.
He's like a running back, Matty. I mean, you saw the A gap right there. Well, looking a lot like Aaron McAllister, just hitting that gap and finding it. He had 3 or 4 guys right there. Knew he was going to see a little bit of contact as well. But again, love the Niners in transition. That transition offense for Charlotte, kicking things into gear here late in the first half, or late in the second half of the first half, I should say.
So the foul shot, first of 2, is good by Jameer Young. He leads all scorers with 11. Came into the game averaging 19.9 a game. The reigning Conference USA Player of the Week. He makes them both. The Niners have their biggest lead now. It is a 15-point lead. 25 seconds to go. The shot clock is off, and the Crusaders can hold for the final shot. Aldridge outside, out near that big C in the middle of the floor. The new Niner logo. Aldridge now with 11 on the shot clock, guarded by Jameer Young out there. Aldridge goes left, now down the lane, floating, tough shot, it's good. That was a tough one, and that's going to take us to halftime. Here's the horn. Niners couldn't get the ball in bounds. They're kind of fumbling, trying to pick it up. And at halftime, the Niners lead is 13 over Belmont Abbey, 42 to 29. This game was tied 20. and Matos. And now the Niners have it, put it in play, and here in the second half going from right to left in the floor at Halton Arena. Matos to Shupitz at the high post. He'll find Jameer cutting the basket for a layup. Beautiful little cut down the middle of the lane for Jameer Young, and a great pass by Shupitz. The Niners up 44-29. That's their biggest lead, equaling 15 they had late in the first half.
Yeah, very well drawn out play right there for Ron Sanchez out of the break, and yeah, he's got a few of those that he's going to go to in his bag, and he just showed one of them right there.
McCoy goes right to Halloran, inside to Lacey. Lacey working on Shupitz, shot up no good. Rebound Shupitz at the right block. He'll get it to Matos, now to Young across the timeline on the far side of the floor. Niners up 15. Again, equaling their largest lead of the game, which came late in the first half, and now there's going to be an official timeout as Shupitz, I think, was whacked in the face. He's got a bloody nose. And Ron Sanchez coming out to tell him to lift his head up because now there's some blood on the floor. And one of the officials is going to tell the players to back away, and they'll get the cleanup crew out there to clean it up. So Shupitz, after grabbing the rebound, somebody came down on him and hit him in the nose, and he was with a bloody nose. He's going to walk off the floor and get
If you want us to say your name right, we should do it. So hopefully we're saying Rosetto's name right. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. I think he'll probably want to play a joke on us.
game back underway, and Rosetto catching a pass down low. He scores. Nice pass from Young. Now the Niners have their biggest lead of 17. 18:52 to go in the ball game. Now in the front court, the Crusaders. McCoy gets it to Halloran out top. Now to the right side it goes. Over to Baker. Baker dribbles out, guarded by Shepard. He'll give it up. This is Davis. Davis will drive and now dump it in the corner for McCoy for three. No good this time. They made 7 in the first half, but they missed this one. The ball goes out of bounds off of Baker. It'll be Charlotte ball with 18:33 to go.
Again, find another loophole right there. Did the Crusaders? That corner three has been wide open. Another wide open shot. The Niners are just fortunate it didn't go in.
Jameer finds Rosetto under the basket. He's going to dump it for Matos, who missed the shot. He was almost too far under the basket. So Halloran in the front court, now to Davis. Davis one dribble and a handoff back over to Halloran. Goes to the elbow, now goes left to Baker. He pulls up mid-range and makes that little 16-footer outside the left elbow. So it's now 46-31, Niners by 15.
And Belmont Abbey, they're a team that if they're up by 20 or down by 20, they're going to play the exact same way. And that's, of course, Dan Fickey. He's just ingrained that into them, and you love to see that as well. He's got a deep bench.
They play hard. They play 12 players. Now Young, mid-range, back iron this time. Rebound to Halloran, and they want to run out. They don't have the numbers, but he'll push it anyway, and now slow things down. Pass inside, knocked away by Rosetto. Rosetto gets a steal. Nice job defending Lacey inside, and Rosetto comes up with the steal. Now Jameer Young over to Bryce Williams. Bryce out top of the ball. Out of the high post to Rosetto. One dribble, hands it to Shepard. Shep gets in the paint. Shot blocked, but a foul. It was blocked from behind. Baker blocked it, and the foul's going to be on Nate Davis. So Davis out front with the foul. It's his third. And the first one of the second half on the Crusaders. In the first half, the Niners shot 18 free throws compared to only 3 by Belmont Abbey.
And not to be confused with the Charlotte 49er, Nate Davis.
That's true, who's playing tomorrow in the NFL playoffs with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, three former Niners are going to be starting for NFL playoff teams.
Shep makes the first. Here comes one more. Shot is up and good, makes them both. Yeah, in the nightcap tomorrow night, Steelers and Browns, a rematch of the final game last week. The Browns had a win to get in the playoffs. Browns have Larry Ogunjobi. Of course, the Steelers have Alex Highsmith. So 3 Niners in the NFL playoffs tomorrow.
We're hoping that with basketball in the next few years as well. I think Jameer Young, again, he's going to be a guy that a lot of people are going to sleep on, but a lot of basketball junkies know exactly who he is.
Lacey inside. Good defense down low by Rossetto. Lacey missed the shot. The rebound to Matos. Niners with a 17-point lead and the ball. Williams to Shepard. Shepard backs it out. Now Shep goes towards the right. Gets it to Jameer Young. Inside it goes to Bryce Williams. Bryce backs it out. Shot clock at 11. Jameer's going to drive, get low, leaving it. He tried to leave it for Matos, and he threw it away. Left his feet, had nowhere to go. And now down the floor, Davis off the glass, no good. Rossetto the rebound, now to Shepard. Niners want to run out. They don't have the numbers, but Shep's going to go down the floor anyway. And an offensive foul on Jordan Shepard. Didn't have the numbers, but he tried to get around the defender with a Euro step, but he couldn't do it. And a charge on Jordan Shepard.
Yeah, it's just a lapse of judgment right there for Jordan Shepard. If he probably realized, he should have realized at least, he looked to his right and he saw Jerry Matos. He's got to know that he's already knocked down a couple open threes today. Matos, he had a little smirk on his face at the end of that going, you know what, I really would have enjoyed knocking down that third tray as well. And he had Young, I think he was looking for the lob to his left.
Halloran in the front court, goes to the right, gets it to McCoy. He comes back out top now to Aldridge. Out top it goes. This is Solomon at the right elbow. He'll hand it back to Halloran. Goes left, now Davis. Davis goes inside, throws it away, looking for Solomon. Solomon was open. He was in the paint, but the pass was a bullet right by his right shoulder out of bounds.
Yeah, and almost got Anzac Rossetto. It looked like he was slipping a little bit whenever he was on that replacement. Again, he came out wide. He was able to deny that pick and roll. But again, it looked like he was a little late, but just a bad pass right there for the Crusaders.
Rossetto goes through his hands, right in the hands of Bryce Williams under the bucket for an easy one off the glass.
Matt, who assist does that go to? Is that to Shep or is that Rossetto?
It's one of those hockey assists. They both get them, right? Shepard and Rossetto.
I would love it.
Aldridge drives. He'll leave it under the bucket for Solomon for an easy shot. That was a nice pass by Halloran. And it's now the Niners by 17, 50-33, 15-25 to play in the ball game here at Alton Arena.
Yeah, very good pass right there from Halloran. And again, if you're the Crusaders, again, that's not the way, that's not your bread and butter. And if you're the Niners, you're going to let them do that pick and roll as much as they can, have those cheeky passes, because they're not going to come too often.
Rossetto driving right by Solomon, and a foul is going to be called, and it's going to be on Belmont Abbey. And it's going to be on McCoy.
Timeout on the floor.
And on McCoy, it's going to be his third. Came in 4 for 10 on the season. He's made 75% today, and he misses the first one off the back of the rim. So right now, 15:08 to go. Niners up 50-33. Threadgill came in the game out of the timeout. And now one more for Anzac. And this one is good. Hit the front of the iron and dropped over. So now an 18-point Niner lead for the first time tonight, 51-33. Davies in the game, Prince Davies. He's got it out top, guarded by Threadgill. Step back at the elbow, shot is no good. Rebound to Shepard. And now the Niners will bring it up the floor. Shep in the front court. Gets low all the way to the bucket. Shot is no good. Rebound to Hernandez for the Crusaders. And he'll get it to Quest Aldridge, who brings it up the floor with a left-handed dribble. Goes left to the elbow. He'll give it to McCoy. He comes towards the right, gets it back over to Davies. Now to Aldridge with 17 to shoot. Aldridge loses the ball in the backcourt. It was tipped by Threadgill. Aldridge gets it back. Shot clock at 11. Now to Davies, over to Hernandez. Hernandez will give it to McCoy. He goes right on Threadgill, goes off the glass, and he scores. Kind of a frantic possession, but it ends up with a little 10-foot bucket off the backboard for McCoy.
Yeah, and I think Jackson Threadgill, he was absolutely exhausted on the other end. He looks exhausted now. I can hear huffing and puffing from about 20 feet behind him right now.
51-35, the Niners have the lead. 13:56 to go in the ball game. Threadgill left side pulls up on a jumper off the iron, no good. It was partially blocked. He was able to get the shot away, but he came up short. Now Aldridge in the front court. On the left side, guarded by Shepard. Niners in a man-to-man. Aldridge backs it out. Now to Hernandez. Over to the right side, and Davies. He'll leave it now for McCoy, who made a couple of threes in the first half. Shot clock at 11. Niners up 51-35. Aldridge has the ball taken away by Rossetto, who throws it up ahead to Shepard. Shepard to Young, to the basket, up and in. Left hand off the glass. Niners now up 53-35. Again, an 18-point lead.
And Matt, Anzac Rossetto, he's been getting his hands in that cookie jar again. That's his third steal of the ball game. Anzac Rossetto, he's got 6 points and also 3 steals here tonight.
Threadgill blocking Davies, but Threadgill is called for the foul. That'll be his first. And the second on the Niners here in the second half with 13:06 to go. And a couple of free throws coming for Prince Davies.
Yeah, him and Jordan Shepard both with 3 steals. Shep also has 3 rebounds, 4 assists to go along with 11 points. So again, an all-around solid game for him thus far. 2 turnovers as well. So just under his average in turnovers per ball game, as looks like Kayla Byrd's going to come in and maybe run a little bit of the offense.
Yeah, replacing Jordan Shepard. And back in the game is going to be Sean Halloran coming in for Belmont Abbey. Now Matos coming in for Bryce Williams. Bryce goes out with 9 points, a rebound, and an assist so far. 13:06 to go. And one more free throw now for Prince Davies. He's 2 out of 3 today at the line. And now 3 for 4 as he makes both here. And it's now 53-37.
And you see Dan Fickey again in his second year at Belmont Abbey, coming from the University of Denver as an assistant coach there. He looked over at Halloran and he goes, hey, let's go on the offense end. I want to push the pace. This is going to be a big 4 minutes right here for Belmont Abbey. You see if they can't close the gap.
Jameer Young leads all scorers with 16. He finds Byrd now, left side 3 ball, no good. Rebound to Hernandez. Hernandez to Halloran on the far side. He's in the front court. He'll leave it for Davies, who walks outside. And that is going to be the 17th turnover of the ball game by Belmont Abbey, and the 4th here in the second half.
Another unforced turnover right there. I mean, just taking too many steps. But, man, you love to see Kayla Byrd get in here and get aggressive. Whenever he gets in, he loves to dribble the basketball. So see if they can't skip the ball to him and pass it around.
Here's a pass stolen by Aldridge. He'll go down the floor. Layup is up and good. Off the left side. So it's now 53-39. The lead's been cut to 14. 12-12 to go. A little bit of pressure. Niners break it. Rossetto to Byrd. Now to Matos. They work it left over to Young. Back over to Rossetto. Low on the left. He'll back his man down. Skip it across to Matos. Matos holding on to it. He'll drive and has the ball taken away but he had it also caught in his hip before that, and he's called for a walk. And now a timeout. 11:57 to go. And the Niners' lead has been cut from 18 down to 14, 53-39. This is Charlotte basketball from Learfield, IMG College. Throw it into the backcourt. Niners showing some pressure. They get inbound to Prince Davies. Back to Hernandez, over to Halloran. He'll bring it up. Guarded by Kayla Byrd. Out to Aldridge on the left wing. Out to Hernandez. Over to Halloran, right side, guarded by Byrd. Now in the game is Jared Garcia for the Niners for the first time today. Baseline. They dump it down low, and a foul on the 49ers as Aldridge drove and he found Lacey under the basket. The foul is going to be on Garcia. That'll be his first, and send Lacey to the free throw line for a couple of shots.
Yeah, just got there a tad bit late again. He was trying to help himself out right there. Didn't get too much help on the other end from Jerry Montos, who was looking to come a little baseline with him as well. Didn't have anybody defend at that three-point line, so Montos, you would love to see him down there being able to block out the guy. That Jared Garcia, of course, ended up having a foul on the sophomore Mario Lacey Jr.
Lacey makes the first foul shot. For over 30 years, the doctors at University Eye Associates have provided vision care to the Charlotte 49ers student athletes, coaches, and fans. See University Eye Associates for all your eye care needs. University Eye, excellence in eye care. Second free throw is no good. Niners grab the rebound. Now into the front court, leading by 13. Byrd on the left side. Still a zone being played by Belmont Abbey. Shepard out high over to Matos. He'll launch a three ball. No good. Rebound Lacey on the weak side for Belmont Abbey. Now Aldridge brings it ahead. Over to Davies on the left. Back to Aldridge. Now to Hernandez on the right side. He'll give it to Halloran. 11 minutes to go. Niners by 13. Aldridge driving. Kicks it out of the wing. Halloran for three. Off balance three. Nothing but net. It is now 53 to 43. The lead has been cut from 18 down to 10 with 10:47 to go.
Yeah, Sean Halloran, this is a guy, his freshman year, 36% from long range, sophomore year, 40% from long range, and this year he's shooting 50% from long range. The guy can shoot, very athletic guard for Dan Fickey.
Threadgill inside, losing the basketball, trying to pass it in the interior to Garcia, but was knocked away. Here comes Aldridge. He'll drive, floater, up, no good. Garcia the rebound. He'll give it to Shepard. Now the Niners want to run. Shep pushing it to Matos. Layup up and in. Fast break bucket. And now the Niner lead is back up to a dozen. Timeout by Coach Sanchez. A 30-second stretch to a full. We'll step aside. 10:17 to go. 55-43 Charlotte. This is Niner basketball from Learfield, IMG College. Bounce to Halloran, and he'll bring it up the floor. Guarded by Jameer Young, across the timeline, right-handed dribble. Goes towards the right side, hands it off. Out top they go. Now this is Lacey at the high post, guarded by Garcia. Over to Halloran. Under 10 to play, shot clock at 11. Halloran out top driving, bounce pass to Lacey, shots up and in. The good drive and the pass by Halloran for the easy 2 under the bucket.
Yeah, really good dish right there from Halloran. Again, he's going to be their #1 playmaker. And again, he's averaging just over 10 points a game as well. But again, overall playmaker for them, leads the team in assists as well.
Well, it's a 10-point game once again. Jameer Young on the left side, shot clock at 14. Jameer dribbles out, picks the dribble up, leaves it for Bryce Williams. Back to Threadgill, 3-ball, no good. Off target, rebound to Halloran on the weak side. 9:20 left to go. Halloran driving, finds Hernandez, top of the key, 3, no good. Rebound Jameer Young, as he went way up for that one. Now in the hands of Shepard, he'll bring it across the timeline on the far side of the floor. He skips it left to Threadgill, goes baseline, under the basket, shots up, no good. Tipped by Garcia, no good. Threadgill gets it back. He is going to be fouled as he goes up. He can't finish the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line for a couple.
Yeah, Matt,
Lacey picks up the foul.
Yeah, Matt, does it almost look like to you as well? It looks like Threadgill's just a little bit off today. It looks like on defense end and offense end, he just looks like he's kind of spacey out there. But nonetheless, I love the effort right there from Jared Garcia. Again, getting in. Whenever he gets in, he's very aggressive on that end. And even that on the free throw. This is a guy in Jackson Threadgill in high school, right around a 90% free throw shooter. And then even so far in his trips on the line here at Threadgill, he's just 67%, but still a guy that, I don't know, just tonight he looks just a tad bit off.
Yeah, he missed that first one. He's got one more. He's 0 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 1 from the line. And now the second one is good. His first point tonight makes it now 56-45 with 9:03 to go. Jackson's coming out of the game. Terry Matos is in. So right now the Niners have 4 starters and the freshman Garcia on the floor. Inbounds to Halloran. Under 9 minutes to play now. So the Niners have not really been able to shake Belmont Abbey tonight. The lead got to 18 a couple of times, but at the moment it's just 11. In the front court, Davis, he'll give it up to Baker. Baker lost the handle, ends up back with Davis. Now to Halloran on the right side. He'll drive, floating shot is up, no good. Tipped up and in though. The basket is good by Malik Tucker. And now it's 56-47, a 9-point game. They've cut that 18-point Niner lead in half.
Yeah, the Crusaders, they're finding a lot of success by driving the basketball right now. Again, they're 1 for 2 from long range here in the second half.
Garcia in the corner launching a shot. He threw an air ball. And that's going to be all for him on the floor as Anzac Roseno's about to check in. Halloran out top, steps back. Here's a 3-ball. That's short, and it's out of bounds over to the 49ers. As Anzac's going to check in for Jared Garcia with 8:05 on the clock.
And Matt, if that 3-ball from Halloran would have went in right there, I mean, this would be a whole different ball game. The momentum has surely been going. It's a game right now of just absolute stretches and some bad stretches by the Charlotte 49ers here in the second half. Again, those second half woes, they've been hitting, of course, in the last 4 minutes, but here in the second half, they've been hitting a little bit more here against this very handsy Belmont Abbey team.
Belmont Abbey made 7 threes in the first half, only 1 so far here in the second half. Shepard out top, 10 to shoot, now to Jameer. Down low to Roseno, and Roseno spins, he travels, and the Niners commit the turnover, which is going to be their 11th. And we've got another break in the action, 7:41 to go. The Belmont Abbey basketball. And Davis throws it in play in the backcourt to Halloran. He brings it ahead, guarded by Jameer Young. Goes left with it, leaves it for McCoy. And now Tucker. Halloran gets it back, gets around Rossetto, skips into the corner, back out to Davis. A three-ball on the way, no good. Rossetto the rebound for the 49ers. That's going to be his fourth rebound, tying his season high. Inside it goes to Williams, now to Shepard on the left. Shepard backs it back out. They skip it right. Jameer's open, three-ball, no good. On the rebound, Bryce Williams trying to save it. It's out of bounds off of Bryce. So it's going to be Belmont Abbey basketball. Still 56-47. The Niners have missed their last 5 field goal attempts. 1 for their last 8. No field goals last 3-12. We've seen that quite a bit with these stretches where they have a tough time scoring from the floor. In particular, late in the second half. Right now, 7:05 to go.
Yeah, Matt, whenever we looked at this before the game started, the Charlotte 49ers, they've scored 295 points in the first, 294 points in the second, but it's what they're doing on the defense end that's really been holding them back on the offensive end as well in the second half. They have allowed 303 points out of their 570, so 303 points in the second half and only 260 in the first. So the defense just not picking up in the second half. Again, their defense leads to offense, and the defense has just not been able to get it done so far as well as they want to.
Halloran finds a wide open Tucker in the corner, but Tucker misses the three. Niners have the ball leading by 9. Shepard's going to drive in traffic. Shot is no good, but a foul. And the foul is going to be on Nate Davis. That's going to be 4 now on the 6'7" junior from Denver, Colorado. And send Jordan Shepard to the free throw line for 2 shots. Today's 4 for 4 at the line. And he's one of 3 Niners in double figures. He scored 11. Came in averaging 12.6 a game. Jameer Young still the leading scorer with 16 today. Now the first one for Shepard. No good. It rattles and comes out. Back in the game is going to be Mario Lacey Jr. Going out is Charles Solomon. One more shot for Shepard. Still 6:42 to play. The Niners lead by 9. Here in the second half, the Niners from the floor only shooting 29%. Free throws good by Shep. Niners now 18 of 26 at the foul line tonight. 10-point lead, 57-47. Tucker to Davis. Now to McCoy on the right side. Guarded by Shepard, out to Halloran out top. Now 17 to shoot. Tucker on the left, guarded by Matos. Coming out Rossetto to help him. Now he picks the dribble up, nowhere to go. Gets it to Lacey. Shot clock at 8. Now to McCoy. He'll drive, pass in the paint, knocked away. Niners come away with the ball. Another turnover by Belmont Abbey. Niners skip it across the floor. Matos to Shepard. Now out top it goes to Jameer Young. Pass inside to Rossetto. Goes left, under the bucket, reverse, and in off the glass. Right hand, but he went up and under. And the Niners by a dozen, 59-47, and a timeout by Belmont Abbey.
And
knocked on his nose, had to leave with a bloody nose. And now inside it goes to Lacey off the inbounds, and Lacey able to score. It's now 59-49. That was easy that time for Belmont Abbey.
yeah, well drawn up play right there. Again, this is a big stretch. This last 5 minutes, Matt, well, most of the last 4 minutes, but the last 5 minutes not fared so well for the Niners. We'll love to see a strong outing right here.
Jameer Young on the left finds Bryce Williams in the corner. Bryce put on the deck. Now back out to Jameer. They work it to the right side. Matos open three ball, no good. Bryce the rebound under the basket. He's fouled by L.J. McCoy. Reaching in. 4 fouls now on L.J. McCoy. 5 on the team, so it's going to be out of bounds with 5:26. The Niners to throw it in. Here in the second half, Charlotte 6 of 19 from the floor. They've made just 1 of the last 7 shots. Inbounds to Young. Now to Shepard out top. Shep picks his dribble up. Left it goes to Young. Inside to Rossetto. Rossetto. It's one-on-one, so he steps in the paint. Jump hook, no good. Tipped outside. And the Niners keep possession as Williams kept it alive, tipping it outside to Matos. Now Rossetto to Young. Young top of the key, goes left. Here's an offensive foul. Anzac just putting his shoulder into Halloran. Halloran popping back up off the deck, but Halloran is half the size of Anzac Rossetto. And that's 2 fouls on Rossetto.
You're going to see that hit on Nickelodeon tomorrow night, Matt. I mean, that was that was like a wide receiver. That was like a slot receiver going across the middle and a middle linebacker just absolutely just laying him out right there.
That's one of those you'd love to see in slow motion. Now the Crusaders in the front court. 4:52 left to go. Out top of the ball, McCoy goes left to Davis. Now he skips it across the floor. Aldridge back in the game. Guarded by Jameer Young, 12 to shoot. Now left it goes to Davis. Might have got away with a walk. Drives left, cut off, throws it back out. Aldridge step back 3, good. So now it's 59-52, 7-point game. And there's still 4:29 to go. Pressure in the backcourt. Matos will get it to Shepard in the front court, near side. Here in the second half, the Niners going from right to left. Now Jameer Young has been pretty quiet here in the second half offensively. Over to Bryce Williams near the top of the key. Down to the right corner, Matos looking inside of Rossetto. It's knocked away by Davis. And I believe Davis is going to be called for a foul. And if it is on Davis, he is fouled out of the game. I checked that. I had him for 5. Apparently it's just his 4th. So I incorrectly gave him 1 earlier.
They're likely going to keep him in the ball game for the last 4 minutes because he's been doing really well against Anzac Rossetto.
Off the inbounds, Jameer Young, 3-pointer, no good. He's 1 of 5 today from 3. The ball goes out of bounds off the rim off of Anzac Rossetto. So Jameer has 16 points, but just 1 of 5 from the 3-point line today. 4 minutes to play. Niners up 59-52. Aldridge front court, hands it to McCoy. He comes right, gives it up. Now Aldridge gets it back. Aldridge looking inside. He finds Lacey under the basket. Shot blocked from behind by Matos, but Lacey got it back and he scored. And now it's 59-54.
And right now, Ron Sanchez, he's looking over at this guy going, hey, what's going on? And he doesn't want to waste a timeout right now, but as you see the defense chance coming for Belmont Abbey for the first time today, they got themselves a shot of life.
Anzac Rossetto blocked, and there's the 5th foul on Nate Davis. Good entry pass by Bryce Williams. Nate Davis is fouled out of the game. A couple of free throws coming for Anzac Rossetto. Got a timeout. 3:31 to go. No good. So here in the second half, the Niners 5 of 9 at the foul line. Here's one more for Rosetto.
I'm wanting double figures right now. I want to win, of course. I know the Niners want to win, but you would love to see Zach getting double figures as well.
And he missed them both. And the rebound in the hands of Charles Solomon. Now Aldrich in the front court. They can make this a one-possession game with a basket. The Niners twice have led by as much as 18. But this Belmont Abbey team has not gone away. They've played hard tonight. Aldrich out of the right corner. With the bounce is Halloran. Keeps it alive. Working on Jameer Young. Shot clock at 4. Shots up and in. I think he shot that with his right hip in traffic. How to get that shot off? It's a one-possession game now. 59-56.
Telling you, man, this Halloran guy, he's a baller. He's a producer for Dan Fickey. We had ourselves a ball game, Matt.
Shepard on the right goes to the baseline, cut off, throws it over to Bryce Williams, back to Shep. Shot clock at 11, game clock at 2:38. Now to Young, back to Shepard. Shep on the right side, out top it goes to Jameer Young. Jameer pulls up top of the key. No good on the rebound, tipped up and in! And Zach Rosetto, a new career high for Rosetto. He's got double figures. Keep adding to his career high. It's now 61-56. The Niners on top. Halloran for 3, no good. Rebound Matos. He was open, just couldn't knock that one down. 2:09 to play. Niners up 61-56.
I think everyone in here, including that Charlotte 49er bench, all taking a deep breath. No one probably breathed while Halloran's shot, three-point shot, was up in the air. Yeah, probably not the best shot, as Dan Fickey not very happy with his guard. But ooh, Shepard's right there on that backdoor lob. Jameer Young just missed him.
Jameer now to Bryce Williams. Bryce near the free throw line, back to Jameer. Left his feet and he travels. He went to shoot. Aldrich came out on him, so he tried to pump fake, and in doing so, he couldn't stay off the ground long enough, and he came down as a travel there. So 1:43 to go. Niners give it back. They lead by 5.
And the only guy who gets away with that in the association is going to be that James Harden guy. But other than that, Jameer Young not getting that generous call there from the ref.
Halloran in the front court, guarded by Jameer. To Aldrich, down to McCoy, out high. He's going to give it to Solomon. Solomon back to Halloran. He'll back it out between the circles. Shot clock at 14, game clock at 1:25. McCoy gets it back, guarded by Matos. Goes towards the baseline, step back, jump shot is good. They made some tough defended jump shots today. And now it's 61-58. Again, a one-possession game with 1:11 to go.
And right now, if you're the Niners, you don't care about anything coming in. You don't care about any of the papers, anything on that. You want to say, hey, let's get a W. That's all we want right now. We want a W. Doesn't matter how pretty. Doesn't matter. A W is a W right now.
Matos to Bryce Williams. He'll drive, but he walked. Didn't put the ball on the deck, and he shuffled his feet. He dragged his pivot foot. And it's a Niner turnover once again. They can tie this game with a 3 with 56 seconds to go.
Again, what they've hit 2 threes here in the second half. They're 9 for 19, 45% from this year.
9 second half turnovers. Halloran driving, missed the shot on the rebound. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be off Belmont Abbey. I think they're going to go to the monitor though and look at it. It looked like it might have been Zach Rosetto who was the one who knocked that ball away and out of bounds. They're going to take a closer look, and as they do, the teams can huddle up with the coaches.
And Matt, it must have been something serious with Milos shooting.
Belmont Abbey. So 1-1 right now for the Niners in the next foul. The Niners only 4 fouls here in the second half. Shepard across the timeline. They're going to play out this entire shot clock defensively, Belmont Abbey. Matos on the left. He's guarded by McCoy. And now a steal into the backcourt. Aldridge, he'll bring it up the floor. Leave it for McCoy. He was open, didn't take the three. Aldridge will to tie. Good! 61-61 with 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. The Niners can hold for the final shot. And now in the front court, Jameer Young calling a timeout. Wow. How about this? A 14-2. It does for the Niners. Niners have it. Shot clock now running. The game clock down to 6. Over to Jameer Young in the corner for the win. No good. And we're going overtime. Jameer Young has not been able to throw it in the ocean tonight from the floor. He is just 1 of 7. Milos Supitz has not been available for most of the second half after leaving early in the half after getting a hit on his nose. Niners get the tip. Overtime underway. Rossetto posting up low left out to Matos. Now to Shepard. Right side to Jameer Young. Down low to Rossetto. Throws it back out top to Shep. Shep trying to get by Aldridge. The elbow goes left to Matos. Shot clock at 8. Good defense by Belmont Abbey. Now Shep, a deep three. In and out, no good. Rossetto trying to get the rebound. Couldn't get it. Missed time to jump. And here comes Belmont Abbey. Into the front court, Sean Halloran. He'll give it over to McCoy. Over to Aldridge. Now back to Halloran. Shot clock at 19. Game tied 61-61. Aldridge on the left. Now to Hernandez in the left corner. Back out to Aldridge. He'll drive, find Halloran, right corner three. Good! Belmont Abbey leads 64-61. A minute into overtime, and Halloran with that three now has 8. Now a steal by Aldridge, and he scores. He took it away from Shepard, and it's now 66-61. Belmont Abbey with 3:48 to go.
Almost at a loss for words right now, Matt. But again, hey, you have to turn the page here for the Charlotte 49ers.
And Jameer Young's going to be fouled by Halloran. Halloran double team with Aldridge on Jameer. And Jameer trying to hang on to the ball was knocked to the ground. And before he lost the handle, they called a foul. So he'll go to the free throw line. It's going to be a 1-and-1. It's just team foul number 8 on Belmont Abbey here in the second half.
Almost getting bailed out right there. We're the Charlotte 49ers and Jameer Young. But hey, and turn the page, clear your head, and act like you want to be here right now if you're the Charlotte 49ers.
Now big free throws. Jameer, it's a 1-and-1. The lefty from Maryland, his shot is up and good. That's a big one right there. As he has been struggling, that hopefully will maybe get him going here in overtime. 66-62. One more for Jameer. And this one is good. He's got 18. Niners now trail by 3. Back to a one-possession game, but Belmont Abbey playing with a lot of confidence. 66-63. Halloran goes right, gets it to Aldridge. Now to L.J. McCoy, guarded by Matos, who fights through a screen. Pass to Halloran, knocked away, but he recovers as Shepard got a hand on it. Now 10 to shoot. Halloran gets around at the left elbow. Shepard blocks his shot out of bounds with 7 remaining on the shot clock and 3:17 on the game clock.
Yeah, Matt Halloran, he's got this crazy look in his eyes right now. He's like, I want the basketball in my hand in crunch time right now.
Under the basket, he gets free. Shepard blocked his shot. Halloran gets it back, though. 4 to shoot out to McCoy. Here's a 3. Got it and a foul. Matos hit him as L.J. McCoy drained the high arcing 3 as the clock was about to run out. And a chance now at a 4-point play as the lead is 6 with 3:11 to go for the Crusaders.
That's the toughest defense right there late in the shot clock. You know you have to contest the shot, but you know he's going to get it up as well. And you're trying your best to recover from being a little late as well if you're Jerry Matos, and got there a tad bit late, of course, and then had to overcompensate for that while putting his hand up there and got a little too much of the body. And here we go, Matt. This is a crunch time for the Niners. No messing around right here. No turnovers can be done, or it looks like the Crusaders could run away with this one.
Made the free throw. It's a 4-point play. Niners just turned the ball over again. Shepard threw it across the floor looking for Young, and he threw it away. And the Niners are totally out of sync. Coach Sanchez wants a timeout. Belmont Abbey has the Niners off their game big time. The zone press has given them all kinds of trouble. Here's a team that has Basketball, 3:01 to go, so a 7-point lead. The inbounds to Halloran. He'll bring it across the half-court line, guarded by Shepard. Now to the right it goes to McCoy. Over to Aldridge. Quest Aldridge. Now to Solomon at the right elbow. He'll give it back to Aldridge. 15 to shoot. Over to Hernandez out between the circles. One dribble and he gets it over to Halloran. 9 to shoot. Halloran to Aldridge. He'll get in the paint. He'll leave it. Solomon puts it up and in. Got it up over Rossetto. The lead is now 9. Their biggest lead of the ball game. And there's 2:28 to go in overtime. This one is quickly getting away from the 49ers. Shepard driving in traffic. Shots up, no good. Rebound batted around. Shep trying to save it. It's off the hands of Threadgill. Picked up by Solomon. He stepped to the sidelines. It's going to be Niner basketball.
That was the only luck that's really gone for the Charlotte 49ers. Their only fortune probably over the last 10 minutes of gameplay, Matt. I mean, they'll have a fresh 20 on the shot clock. They have to get a shot up quick. They need a 3. They got to get a little bit of pep in their step. Game's still not over right now. Low pep.
Threadgill on the left. 14 to shoot, 2 minutes to play. Now Jameer Young. Niners trail by 9. Pass inside, knocked away. Looking for Williams. The Niners turn the ball over again. And now they got to find a way to stop, and stop quickly, Belmont Abbey. Quest Aldridge lost the dribble, but he's able to go and get it again. 1:45 to play in overtime. It's 72-63 Belmont Abbey. Shot clock at 11. Niners not fouling. And still with the basketball right now is Halloran. He'll drive, kick it right in the corner. McCoy for 3, no good. That'd have been a dagger. Still 1:31 to go. Shepard has it. Niners need a basket. Shep is going to be fouled out top as Aldridge couldn't get in front. And Quest Aldridge picks up his 3rd. Going to be a 1-1 still. Team foul number 9. 1:25 to go in overtime. Right now 72-63. 11-2 is the advantage in overtime for Belmont Abbey. And the free throw is good by Shepard.
Yeah, big teaching moments right here. Again, Ron Sanchez is bringing over Jameer Young and probably just talking about that offense in and saying, hey, we got to be able to kick the ball out. We got to be able to knock down an open three to get yourself back in this ball game right now.
Makes them both. They've been outscored, though, since the end of the first half. Right now, 25-6. And Belmont Abbey is going to call a timeout. As they got it across the timeline, it's going to be a full
It really has, yeah. Dan Fickey's been able to bring some really good minutes, some really good legs off the bench, as well as Jameer Young knocks down that first free throw after hitting the rim, the backboard once or twice. But again, you just gotta want to win, and winning's not easy. It's never given to you. Ron Sanchez, he'll be the first one to say it, no matter who you're playing, and you got to go out there. You got to want to win, and tonight looks like they've been wanting to win more.
Jameer made the first one, but he missed the second one. It's 72-66 right now. Still a two-possession game, 6-point lead, and a steal by Shepard. He'll bring it up the floor and hit the layup with 54 seconds to go, 72-68. The steal by Shep and the basket. Inbounds to Aldridge now, guarded by Shepard. Aldridge losing the ball, but Shepard fouled him. But the Niners have fouls to give. That's number 6 on the Niners, and Shepard's third. So they had he had a chance right there to try and get a steal, and that was a good play. They had fouls to give, but the next one will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Belmont Abbey. 50.6 seconds to play in overtime. Niners trail by 4. Hernandez to inbounds. He does to McCoy. McCoy is fouled from behind by Bryce Williams, to try to pick his pocket. First foul on Bryce, but now it's going to be a 1-and-1 for L.J. McCoy, who's an 87% free throw shooter, best in the team. He's made 13 of 15 coming in.
Yeah, and L.J. McCoy in the last game, he was 10 for 12 from the free throw line as well, the 20-point win against Emmanuel College.
He missed. Ooh. Missed the front end. The Niners the rebound. Jameer Young up the floor. Now to Shepard. Shep driving. Shot is up. No good. On the rebound, it's batted around. And it's in the hands of Belmont Abbey. Aldridge in the backcourt. Aldridge is fouled by Bryce Williams. But what a golden opportunity blown there by the Niners. They had a layup attempt. It did not drop. And now 34.5 seconds to go. A 1-and-1 for Quest Aldridge, who came into the game 5 for 5 at the free throw line. This will be his first free throw tonight. Still a 1-and-1. First shot is up. No good. Missed it. That's 2 in a row. Rossetto the rebound. Now to Jameer Young. He'll give it to Bryce Williams for a 3-ball. No good. Rossetto the rebound. Goes up strong, and he's fouled with 25.3 on the clock here in overtime.
And just before that possession, Matt, Anzac Rossetto looked over at Ron Sanchez as he said, grab the basketball. Don't tip it. Grab the basketball, because he tried to tip it in the previous possession. He went up there, grabbed it with 2 hands, went up strong. You'd love to see that right there from Anzac.
2 shots. The first one, good. Boy, big free throws right now for the sophomore from New Zealand. It's a 1-possession game with 25.3 on the clock in overtime, 72-69. Some big free throws missed by Belmont Abbey. Looks like maybe there's some blood coming from Anzac Rossetto now. Not sure if he got scraped as he goes over to the Niner bench. John Marshall, the head athletic trainer, is in his bag of tools, and he's going to bring something out.
Had about 4 or 5 guys here tonight, Matt, just bleeding. I don't know what's going on.
It's on his jersey.
Possession as well on the inbound, right now up by 3.
Anzac back of the line for the second shot, and he misses this one. On the rebound, Jameer Young is over the back of Lacey. Jameer giving up a lot of size, just 6'2" compared to Lacey, who is listed as the tallest of the Crusaders at 6'8", and now he's going to go to the free throw line. Lacey, he hasn't missed this season coming in, but he's only taken 2. And today he is 1 of 2. So he's 3 for 4 in the season from the line. Right now it's a 3-point lead for Belmont Abbey with 24.3 seconds on the clock in overtime.
Yeah, not a bad foul, like you just said, Matt. Well, just 2 for 2 against Mario. One right now, yeah, it is
it's
definitely
a 1-1.
Correct.
That was team foul number 8. Lacey at the line that missed the last 2 front ends of 1 and 1. Here's Lacey's shot. That's no good. It's a brick. Rebound. Niners. Here comes Jameer Young. A 3 would tie it. Jameer's going to drive, get low. Shot's no good. Rebound. Anzac. Shot blocked away. No foul. Now Halloran the rebound. He's fouled with 14.5 to go. Now, Jameer Young on that drive was a little out of control. The shot was pretty hot off the backboard in the hands of Rossetto, who had his shot blocked. And now, at the line is going to be Sean Halloran, who's, he's a great shooter, but he's only made 4 of 7 free throws coming in. He's not attempted one today. And that was team foul, they say, number 10. So 2 free throws, and he makes the first. They had missed 3 consecutive front ends of 1 and 1s. The Niners could not capitalize on every one of them. Now it's a 2-possession game again with 14.5 on the clock. Second one for Halloran, and that's good. So it's now a 5-point lead. Shepard up the floor. He lost the dribble, out of bounds, knocked away by Belmont Abbey. Well, the Niners need a 3. They don't need, it's a 2-possession game. You would think now at 10 seconds they got to get 3 on this possession and drive it.
Belmont Abbey, you see what they can do.
Now Jordan Shepard will inbound the basketball, has to hurry, gets it to Jameer. He'll take a 3, and it's no good. Jackson Threadgill trying to save it. It goes out of bounds off of Belmont Abbey. There's 5.4 seconds to go. The Niners trail by 5, and you're going to need an absolute miracle right now. Shepard's going to throw it in under the basket. And looking for a cutter, has to hurry, gets it to Bryce. Now back to Shep. Here's a 3, and it's good. With 2.3 to go, it's a 2-point game. Inbounds it goes to McCoy. He's fouled with 1.9. So there's still a chance. The Niners still have a chance. But 2 free throws coming for L.J. McCoy. He's going to have to miss at least one of these for the Niners to have a last-second 3 to tie.
And again, like you said, they have been missing the front end. So again, will be 2 right here. But if you're the Niners, 1.9, you'll get a few dribbles and a heave as well. So we'll see what play they draw up. Is that one? Ooh, that just rattles home.
Yeah, McCoy makes the first. He's 2 out of 3 at the line today. He has 15 points to lead. That's his average coming in. Took him overtime to get to it, but he's got 15, and he misses the second one. The Niners trail by 3, and they call a timeout. So a 3 would tie the game and send us to a second overtime. but not a lot of time with 1.5 seconds on the clock. And unlike the NBA, they don't give it to them at half court.
Yeah, they don't.
Has come in here to Halton Arena, and Belmont Abbey has defeated the Charlotte 49ers in overtime 75-72. The Niners at one point led by 19, led by 13 at halftime, but in the final 5:40 of regulation, they were outscored 14-2 to go to overtime. And then Belmont Abbey began the overtime on an 11-2 run, and they're able to close it out and win here today with a final score of 75-72 in overtime. Belmont Abbey's now 3-0. The Niners drop to 5-5. Technically, though, Belmont Abbey, their record stays at 2-0 because for them, this was an exhibition game. It's
We were 6 for 22. They were 12 for 23. Shot it really well in the first half, etc. And this is what you deal with when again, the situation that we're in with guys having to get picked up again after dealing with disappointment of not traveling on the road and having to coach them up to get them energized. I thought we did a good job for a large part of it, but I think we lost our way down the stretch. I think we disrespected the game today, in my opinion, to be honest with you. I think we thought the game was over when we saw the lead, and that's something that we're going to have to talk about when we get back into practice.
You protected the ball well in the first half, only 5 turnovers, but that kind of got away, especially that stretch you're talking about, and then to close the game out is around a 5:40 swing where they went 14 to 2, I think it was, to get to the overtime session. You have 14-2, so that was a tough way to kind of close out the final 5.5.
It was, and all we had to do was take care of the ball. I think that more games are lost than are won. We kind of lost that one by some live ball turnovers that led to layups on the other side, or some gambles, or not being ready on an out-of-bounds play, or out of a timeout not being as sharp and giving them a high percentage layup at the rim. I mean, those are things that are disappointing. Again, we'll watch more, and those are just the things that are kind of standing out in the back of my mind as we go. But we did not defend man to man well. Guys kind of penetrated and drove and dropped passes to bigs for layups. There are a lot of things. It was the domino effect of different things, and that's why your trust is broken. As your system kind of falls apart right before your eyes. So.
And, Coach, what did you learn about your team tonight going against that zone? This is probably the first time you've seen a team that's predominantly ran that zone the entire ball game against you guys. They ran a lot of that 3-2. What did you learn from your team on the offense end?
Obviously the absence of Milos was big. Him getting hurt there early in the second half and not being able to go back in there, because he has a level of poise and can really finish around the basket, and the way that he's making free throws, is at a really, really good level, and getting to the free throw line and missing those free throws and having opportunities to score and not scoring it, those are the things that hurt you against the zone. I mean, you got to penetrate, you got to play inside out. You can't just depend on 3-point shots. We did not shoot it well, and we continued to shoot it. We tried to get some things, play inside out, and then we got the ball inside, got fouled, and didn't make the free throws. Those are the things that end up hurting you. Most things are some personnel stuff, and we'll go, we'll watch it, we'll study it, and we'll get back at it, and hopefully we'll be healthy again. I mean, right now we're a little short-manned.
Not the same type of player, but Anzac Rosetto in that position gave you the most he could. I mean, he went almost double-double here tonight, and was fighting for loose balls and trying to keep rebounds alive, and he had some size advantage, of course, but played hard.
Yeah, I never questioned Anzac's effort. I mean, he's probably the hardest playing guy on the team on a nightly basis. Never questioned that. I think we just have to get a little better finishing around the basket, and rebounding better, and getting to the free throw line and knocking down those free throws. I think he did a really good job. He had 11 points and 8 rebounds. He was 3 for 8 from the field, and he was 5 for 10 from the free throw line. Those are things that we got to keep getting better. You make 2 more free throws, it's a different ball game. I mean, you still don't feel great, but at least you learn a lesson from a victory instead of an L.
Yeah, and had a couple possessions later where they missed those 2 front ends of 1-on-1, just couldn't capitalize, and that might have kind of swung the tide back on our side, but wasn't meant to be here tonight. But we stayed back here at home, and now we got hopefully, knock on wood, we got UAB coming in, and it's going to be a tough weekend next weekend, but kind of back to the drawing board. Yeah,
back to the drawing board again. Hopefully we'll get a little healthier, get a little better as we go, and keep growing. That's all. That's the only thing you can do.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
You. Bye-bye.
Head Coach Ron Sanchez joining us here on the post-game show. And, Coach has mentioned some things that Anzac still, can work on, and free throws are certainly